Alright everybody, welcome to week 17 of Kleschka Picks. We're going to celebrate because for the second week in a row, I guessed the game exactly right. And to do that, I have this cool little toy here. Now it's a little wild, so hold on. There we go. Now watch this. Ready? I'm going to let it go. Oh God. Attempt number 2. Alright, here we go. Alright, and it goes up. So yes, I guess the Cowboys and Buccaneers exactly right. 27-17. It was the second week in a row that I guessed the game right, and we are celebrating with this little ball thing that just kind of hovers. Check it out. Ready? It won't hit me. Boom, baby. To grab it though is a bit of a hassle. Oh, just look at that. Can you guys see this? Oh my goodness. Party up there by itself. Guess I'll grab it now. Aha! Got it. Well, yes, welcome to week 17 of Kleschka Picks, and I gotta turn this off. So yes, for the second week in a row, I have guessed the score exactly right. We got one last week with the Bears and the Packers right on the dot. And then this week, Cowboys and Buccaneers right on the dot again. So we had to celebrate with this little toy ball thing that's just fun to play with, but it's also dangerous because it has a mind of its own sometimes. Final week of the season, guys. The NFL season went by so fast. I will be doing playoff predictions, of course, letting you know who I think is going to win in each round, and of course, Super Bowl 53. Let's get started. There is no Thursday game again, no Thursday game at all, no Monday game. Every game is on Sunday. Let's go with the Falcons and Buccaneers to start. So, Buccaneers, like I said, they were part of the game that I got exactly right with the Cowboys. Then the Falcons, they beat the Panthers. Both of these teams aren't looking at playoffs. However, I think the Falcons have the better offense and are more put together, so I think they will win 33-24. Now, the winning team of the game, I guessed exactly right, the Cowboys, and then they are playing the Giants. Like I said, Cowboys won. And then the Giants, they lost to the Colts. So, here's what I see happening for them. The Giants are not making the playoffs, and the Cowboys, they clinched the playoffs last week. So, I think this week the Cowboys, you know, they're obviously probably not going to throw all their stars out there. As I'm filming this, they have not announced that yet. No team has announced what the deal is, if they're going to play their starters or if everybody's going to rest. So I don't know right now. So I'm just going to assume it's Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott and everybody that would be playing. So I think the Cowboys are going to beat the Giants 30-20. The Saints and Panthers. The Saints got a good game from the Steelers, but then Juju Smith fumbled, which gave the Saints the win. The Steelers were going and looked like they had a chance, you know, get down there and score, but then Juju Smith just coughed it up, and that cost the Steelers the game and their playoff spot. So I'm pretty sure this is the situation for them this week. If Pittsburgh wins and Baltimore loses, then they will swap. Baltimore will be out of the playoffs, and Pittsburgh will take their spot, just like Baltimore did to the Steelers last week. Here's what I see this week. Where are they? There they are. So the Saints and Panthers, that's who we're talking about. I totally forgot. The Panthers, they're not making playoffs, so they have nothing to really fight for. This is just for pride, I guess. And the Saints, they clinched last week, and I think they just want to, you know, play to their best ability. So I think they're going to throw their starters out there. Why not? But then they probably want to rest them too for playoffs. But like I said, nothing has been announced as I'm filming this. So I'm going to say Drew Brees is out there, Kamara, Ingram, Michael Thomas. So with that high-powered offense, I think the Saints are going to beat the Panthers 27-23. Patriots and Jets. Patriots beat the Bills last week, and they were making the whole Bills team look bad. I mean, the Bills aren't lighting the world on fire as it is, but Josh Allen didn't throw a touchdown for almost the whole game. And then the the Jets played the Packers, and they lost in overtime. Aaron Rodgers, he had fought back and then got that game-winning touchdown first drive and just beat them in overtime. The Jets looked like they were going to upset them, and then they just lost it. And the Packers rode away with the victory. This week, for the Patriots and Jets, I think the Patriots are such a dominant team, and even if they play their backups, say Brady doesn't play, I still think the Patriots will win. I think the Patriots will beat the Jets 24-17. The Jaguars and Texans. Jaguars beat the Dolphins last week, and the Texans lost to the Eagles. So that was a huge loss for the Texans. I have not been able to look at playoff scenarios because of the holiday season. I've been so caught up on rushing to get videos done for you guys. So it's been tough to look at playoff scenarios and who's in, who's out. So it's very tough, very tough. So with that loss, I think that might have hurt the Texans a little and the Eagles winning. So I don't know. With the Colts in the same division as the Texans, and I know they've been playing hot lately, they might be sneaking up on them. I'm not sure. I don't know if they have a chance this week. But who knows? Anyways, let's just focus on the Jaguars and the Texans. The Texans are a very good offense led by Deshaun Watson. The Jaguars have just had not the same season as 2017. They were great defensively in 2017, and that kind of disappeared this season. So I don't think the Jaguars are pulling away the victory. I think the Texans will win 31-17. The Packers and the Lions. Lions lost to the Vikings. Lions, what is with that end zone and Hail Marys? I'm telling you, Aaron Rodgers, who you are playing this week, has done it to you. And then Kirk Cousins comes in there and he does it to you guys too. That end zone must be cursed for the Lions in their home stadium. And then the Packers, they got the overtime victory over the Jets. Both of these teams are not fighting for playoffs, so it's just going to be basically a normal like expedition football game. They're not really playing for anything except for pride. And somebody who should be fighting for the most pride is Aaron Rodgers. I'm sure he's disappointed with how this season has gone, and he wants to prove that he is still the great quarterback that everybody knows that he is. So I think the Packers are going to beat the Lions 23-14. Dolphins and Bills, both of these teams lost last week. They're not fighting for anything either besides pride. The Dolphins lost to the Jaguars. The Bills lost to the Patriots. None of them are going to playoffs. So, I mean, this is just two teams that are probably going to want players to get some playing time that haven't had playing time. And they're just going to throw people out there to, you know, play football. They got nothing to play for right now except bragging rights. So I think that the Dolphins will beat the Bills 24-17. Seahawks and Cardinals. Last week, my Seahawks beat the Chiefs, baby. And that secured a spot for us in playoffs. I was so happy with that victory, and I'm so excited we're going to playoffs. We had so many doubters this season, so to prove them all wrong by getting a playoff spot just means so much. Go Hawks, baby. But let's get focused on this game. Arizona lost to the Rams, and the Rams didn't even have Todd Gurley, and then CJ Anderson comes in, first game with the Rams, and gets 1 yard shy of breaking his career high in rushing yards. That was ridiculous. CJ Anderson out of nowhere with barely any time with the team, and he just makes a huge impact when their star MVP running back goes down. I know Todd Gurley hasn't won an MVP, but he plays like an MVP, okay? So, Seattle, I'm pretty sure we're not going to want to take a loss. I'm pretty sure we're going to want to boost our record. And for all I know, it could mean something for the wild card because that's what we're going to lock up because the Rams are so freaking dominant. So maybe this could mean home or away for us in the wild card. So I'm pretty sure we're throwing out all our starters. So in this battle of the birds also, Seahawks and Cardinals, I think the Hawks will pull away with the victory 30-20. 49ers and Rams. Rams got the victory, like I said, without Todd Gurley. CJ Anderson was like, I got you, bro, even though he barely knows him. But then the 49ers, they lost to the Bears. The Bears have a great defense, held them to single-digit points. And the 49ers, they are just trying to figure out who they are right now. They're trying to find a quarterback. I can't even remember the guy that's their quarterback right now, but I'm pretty sure that's not the guy they want going forward. Their franchise QB, I don't think it's him. And then, like I said, the Rams, so dominant, and it pains me to say that because they're in our division, but they're so exciting to watch also. So I think the Rams are so dominant, even if they do sit all their starters because they're confident they got a playoff spot locked up or whatever, I think they will still win 27-13. Broncos and Chargers. This game means a lot for the Chargers to my best memory. So the Chiefs and Chargers lost, which keeps their record the same. So if the Chargers win and the Chiefs lose, then I think the Chargers and Chiefs will swap spots. Chiefs, who've been holding it all season, will go to wild card, and Chargers will get that division spot. Then the Broncos, they lost to the Raiders. That crazy punt return early on in the game, that was nuts. That was just the Broncos. All they had to do was just get on that football, and then that Raider just snuck up, picked it up, and returned it. Now, like I said, the Chargers, they're going to be playing to their best ability because they want the division. They don't want the wild card. So there's a lot riding for the Chargers and Chiefs, so I'm pretty sure the Chargers are going full 100%, and they will beat the Broncos 24-20. Eagles and Redskins. Redskins have been so injury plagued this year. I feel bad for them. Like, if my team had as many injuries as they do, I would just be like, are you kidding me? Another man down? Like, how can you keep doing this to our team? How does this keep happening? And then the Eagles, they beat the Texans last week. Very impressive. So I think they're going to ride that. I think the Eagles are the better team anyways. Like I said, especially with how injured the Redskins are, I think the Eagles will get the victory 26-17. Steelers and Bengals. Steelers had a heartbreaking loss last week. Like I mentioned, Juju Smith, that fumble must have been heart-wrenching for fans and just a killer to watch. And then the Bengals, yeah, they're not going to playoffs. So I think the Steelers, they are definitely going to want to get their playoff spot back because now the Ravens have it. So they're definitely going to be playing 100% as well, and they're going to be playing to as best as they can. That's all I can say. And luckily they're playing the Bengals, so I think they will have a shot, probably a very, very good shot at getting a victory. I would bet a lot of money that the Steelers will win this game. So I say the Steelers will win 31-20. Bears and Vikings. Bears, they beat the 49ers. Vikings beat the Lions. They had that impressive Hail Mary. Both of these teams could go to playoffs. Bears are going to go to playoffs. And Vikings, they are sitting in a wild card spot. So they're looking comfortable. But like I said, I haven't been able to look at playoff scenarios, so I don't know if there's a situation where they could get kicked out of that wild card spot. Bears, they're so great defensively this year, and their offense just does enough to, you know, get points and get them the victory. So I think with how good the Bears are looking, I think they will get the victory over the Vikings, 23-17. Chiefs and Raiders. The Chiefs lost to my Seahawks, baby. I love saying that. But the Chiefs, they are no joke. They have Patrick Mahomes, who's looking like the MVP for this year. And he's got a great weapon in the cheetah, Tyreek Hill. In their run game, yeah, they lost Kareem Hunt due to that whole situation. But the backups have stepped up in his absence. So I still think the Chiefs are so dominant. Even if you were to get rid of a few more players, I think they could still beat the Raiders. And the Raiders, it's looking heartbreaking. Like with signing Gruden, it looked like they were going to have this redemption and things were looking bright going forward. And who knows, this might have been their last week in Oakland last week. I think the Chiefs, however, are going to get the victory, 38-24. Ravens and Browns. The Browns beat the Bengals. I am excited for the Browns. Like, I think going forward, their future is looking bright. Then the Ravens, they got a crazy victory over the Chargers, a very important win for them. And this is going to be a tough one. I think the Browns are going to give the Ravens some competition. I don't think they're going to go down easy, especially Baker Mayfield. He's dangerous and he loves competition. So I think it's going to be tough, but I think the Ravens can still win 27-20. The Colts and Titans. The Colts beat the Giants last week. The Titans beat the Redskins. That was huge for the Titans, heartbreaking for the Redskins. But this could also mean a lot for playoffs for both of these teams. The Colts, however, I think are better, like well-rounded throughout the whole team. T.Y. Hilton is an awesome weapon for Andrew Luck, who is a great quarterback, and especially when his offensive line is playing as good as it is. And then Hines has stepped up as a great weapon for him also. And I think the Colts are just looking like the better team in this Week 17 matchup. So I think the Colts are going to get the victory, 29-23. All right, everybody, thank you for watching Kleschka Picks from Week 1 to Week 17. If you've made it through the whole season, thank you so much. Be expecting a playoff prediction video for the NFL very soon, probably same time, same day next week. So this is getting exciting. Playoffs are going to be awesome. This season was awesome. You guys are awesome. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.